In this video, we will be discussing regarding the third chapter of your syllabus, that is called as the data representation. So in this particular chapter, we will be discussing the various kinds or the various ways in which you can store the data or else you can represent the data. Now what happens is, human language is different. That is, whenever you are using certain language, you usually make use of the alphabets. Human language consists of the alphabets and the numbers and then the special symbols. Okay, human language will be consisting of these things, that is the alphabets, numbers and then the special symbols. So alphabets includes all the uppercase alphabets, that is the capital alphabets from A to Z, and the small alphabets starting from A to Z, and the numbers include all the numbers starting from 0 to 9, and the special symbols include the full stop or the comma or the star symbol, plus, minus, division symbol, something like this. So these are all the things that will be used in the human language, but the computer cannot understand the human language. So whenever you are typing something, what happens is, the data which you are typing wants to get stored in the computer. What happens is, it gets converted from one form to another form. Usually what happens is, the data in the computer will be stored in the form of the binary data, that is nothing but zeros and ones. So everything you type, it might be alphabets, it might be numbers, or else it might be special symbols. Everything gets converted from the human language into the binary form. That is, all the things will be represented in the form of the zeros and ones. So this is the basic ideology of how exactly the data is represented in the computer. So the thing you have to remember is, whatever the data you want to store, the data there gets converted into zeros and ones, and then it gets stored in the computer. Now let us move to the actual topic. So in this particular chapter, the first topic will be the types of the number systems. So there are two different kinds of number systems. One is called as the non-positional number system, and the next one is called as the positional number system. Now let us see what exactly is non-positional number system and what exactly is a positional number system. So before the human made use of the numbers, for counting purposes, they used to make use of different kinds of symbols. Suppose, let us consider, they want to count some 10 things. So what they used to do was, they used to make use of certain symbols like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like this they used to count. Or else they used to make use of certain symbols like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or else some other kind of symbols like this, stars, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this they used to count. So what is the disadvantage of this particular thing is, whenever you want to store a smaller number, let us consider you want to store 10 or 20, whenever you want to count 10 things or else 20 things, what happens is, you can easily write it. Suppose you want to count 1000 items. So what happens is, you have to keep on writing like this, like this you have to write, these kind of symbols needs to be used 1000 times. So that is one of the disadvantage of using the non-positional number system. What exactly is non-positional number system? In a sense, suppose I am counting 4 things. So I have represented like this. So what I will do is, I will interchange this particular symbol over here and this particular symbol over here. So the first symbol I will replace it to the last symbol, and the last symbol I will place it in the first position. So what happens? Again it looks in the same way. even when I am changing the position of the symbol, the value is not getting affected. That is called as the non-positional system. That is, even if you are changing the position of a symbol, the value which you are using doesn't change. That is called as the non-positional system, number system. You can see over here, even this is 4 and even this is 4. So this is called as the non-positional number system. So in a non-positional number system, what happens is, you cannot store a larger number or a larger value. Whenever you want to store a larger value, you have to make use of the symbols repeatedly. The next thing is, when you change the position of a particular symbol, the value doesn't change. That is called as the non-positional number system. So to overcome the disadvantages of this non-positional number system, we made use of the positional number system. So what happens in the positional number system is, in the positional number system, we make use of certain specified symbols to represent a value. We make use of certain specified symbols to represent a particular value. Now let us see the thing. So suppose I want to write 532. So what I will do? I make use of a particular symbol. That is, 5 is a particular symbol, 3 is a particular symbol, and 2 is a particular symbol. So this is called as the positional number system. So in the positional number system, what happens is, we will be making use of a specific symbol, and each and every symbol will be having a particular meaning. Suppose if I write like this, what happens? The value changes. That is 563. The first one value was 532, whereas the second value is 563. So each and every symbol over here is having a specific meaning and a specific value. That is called as the positional number system. So in the positional number system, we will be making use of 3 different kinds of criteria. We will be making use of 3 different kinds of criteria. Let us see what are the things. The first thing is called as the face. The second thing, it is called as the place. And the third thing, it is called as the base. So we will be making use of 3 different criteria in the positional numbering system. The first one is called as the face, the second thing is called as the place, and the third thing is called as the base. Now, face represents the value of the symbol which you are using, in which particular place you are placing the symbol. That is nothing but the face. The next thing is called as the place. So the place represents what is the position of that particular symbol, and base represents how many number of symbols are present in that particular number system. So these things will be discussed in our further videos. For time being, you have to remember, every positional number system will be making use of 3 different kinds of properties or as the characteristics. One is called as the face, the second thing is called as the place, and the third thing is called as the base. Now let me take a number and explain you what I told you. The positional number system will be consisting of 3 different characteristics: face, place, and then base. Now let me consider an example and let me explain you what exactly is the face, what exactly is the place, and what exactly is the base. So let us consider an example 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9, that is nothing but 6789 is the number what you have taken. So let me consider this particular thing. So the face value of this particular symbol is 7. Face value of this particular symbol is 7, and the place is nothing but unit, 10, and then 100. So the place of this particular symbol is nothing but 100. Unit, tens, and then hundreds. And then the base. Base represents what is the number system you are using. So this is the decimal number system. Decimal number system in the sense you are making use of the numbers starting from 0 to 9. So that is nothing but the base. So this is nothing but the decimal number system. So this is the thing we have to remember. So every particular number which is used in a positional number system will be consisting of three different properties: face, place and then the base. So face represents what is the value of that particular symbol alone, and place represent what is the position of that particular symbol. And the next thing is base. Base represents what is the numbering system you are using. So this thing we will discuss in our further classes. Now let us consider another example: 8972. Now I will take this particular number 8. So the face value of this particular symbol is 8. The place, it is nothing but unit, 10, 100 and then 1000. So the place is nothing but 1000. And the numbering system you are using is nothing but the decimal numbering system. So this is the thing you have to remember regarding the positional numbering system. So in the positioning number system, what happens is you will be using a particular digit. Digit is nothing but a symbol which has a particular value or else a meaning. And the thing is, the positional numbering system will be consisting of three different characteristics, that is face, place and then the base. Now what exactly is the positioning number system, I will explain you in another way. So I have taken the same example 8972 and I am taking the non-positional number system. This is the thing. Now what I will do is I will change the position of this particular number to over here, and this number I will change the position over here. I will interchange the position. So what happens is 7982. So what happens is the value of this particular number is different from the value of this particular number. So that is called as the positional numbering system. So I have taken the number 8972 and what I am doing is I am interchanging the position of these two numbers. So what happens is when I interchange the position of these two number system, the number becomes 7982. So this value is different and this value is different. So when you interchange the position in the positioning number system, what happens is the value of the variable changes. Whereas in this case, if I consider, what I will do is I will take this number and I will interchange it. That is, I will place the first number to the last position and last number to the first position. So what happens is the value doesn't change. Or else I will take these stars. So what I will do is I will place the position of the last, I will change it to the first, and the first I will change it to the last. So what happens is it doesn't make any kind of difference. This is called as the non-positional numbering system. So in the non-positional numbering system, what happens is even when you change the position of a particular symbol, the value remains changed. The value remains unchanged. Whereas in the positional number system, what happens is when you change the position of a particular variable, what happens is the value changes. That is called as the positional numbering system. So in our next class, let us see what are the different kinds of positional number systems you have and how to convert one kind of numbering system into another kind of numbering system. Thank you everyone.